There's a moment many people don't talk about. A moment that hurts more than we like to admit. It's when you finally realize someone you cared about didn't really care about you. Not in the way you cared. Not in the way you hoped. Not in the way you convinced yourself they did. It's that sudden, heavy silence when you need them, and they're nowhere. It's the message they leave on read. It's the quick reply when they need something, and the disappearing act when you do. And you sit there wondering, how did I not see it? How did I miss the signs? Why do people pretend to care when they don't? If you've ever felt this, you're not weak. You're not stupid. You're human. And your heart was honest in a world where many people wear masks. But beneath the pain of losing a fake friend lies a deeper psychological truth, one most people never learn. Fake friends aren't always villains. And the story behind them is more complicated, more human, and more revealing than you think. Because the truth is, a fake friend is often a person who doesn't know how to be real with anyone, including themselves. Before we go deeper, think about this. Some people treat friendship like a temporary shelter, a place they enter when it benefits them, and leave when the weather changes. Some people treat others like emotional vending machines. Some people don't bond, they attach. And some people don't even realize the damage they're doing. Fake friends aren't just people who use you. They're people who don't know how to choose you. But to understand their psychology, you have to see the patterns hiding in plain sight. Think of the friend who only shows up when their life is falling apart, but disappears the moment your life starts to get complicated. Think of the friend who celebrates your failures more than your successes, because your growth threatens them. Think of the friend who mirrors your personality when things are good, but turns cold, sharp, and distant when you need real support. These patterns feel personal. They feel targeted. They feel like it was about you. But the truth is, fake friends behave this way with everyone. Their actions reveal their limitations, not your worth. When someone can't show up for you, it's often because they've never learned to show up for themselves. Fake friendship grows from 3 places, and each one tells a deeper story. First, some people are emotionally inconsistent because no one ever taught them how to care consistently. They grew up with unstable relationships, affection that came and went, love that had conditions, trust that never felt safe. So they learn to keep things shallow, even if they don't realize they're doing it. Closeness feels dangerous to them. And people who fear closeness often confuse connection with convenience. Second, some fake friends are driven by insecurity. They're the ones who act supportive but secretly resent your growth. When you succeed, it reminds them of what they're not doing in their own life. So instead of cheering for you, they start pulling away. It's not that they hate you, they fear losing the illusion that you're on the same level. Your evolution exposes their stagnation. Third, some fake friends are emotionally empty. Not in a cruel way, but in a quiet, aching way. They expect others to fill them, validate them, entertain them, rescue them. They take without realizing they're taking. They drain without realizing someone else is getting tired. And because they're focused on what they get, not what they give, they mistake friendship for access to your time, your energy, your kindness. But here's the deeper truth. Fake friends are not defined by their bad moments. They're defined by their patterns. One disappointing moment doesn't make someone fake. But when you notice a long string of situations where you're giving and they're taking, where you're present and they're absent, where you're loyal and they're convenient, that's not an accident. That's their emotional capacity. And this is where most people get hurt. We assume people give the same way we give. We assume loyalty means the same thing to them as it does to us. We assume someone who laughs with us will also stand with us. But some people only show up for the highlights of your life, not the hard chapters. They love the light you bring, not the weight you carry. They want the version of you that entertains them, not the version that needs them. And the sad part? Many fake friends don't even realize they're fake. They think they're good people. They think they care. They think they're trying. But caring sometimes is not the same as caring. Effort when convenient is not the same as effort. Presence only in the easy moments is not the same as friendship. Here's the emotional core of it all, the truth most people miss. A fake friend isn't someone who doesn't care about you. A fake friend is someone who only cares about you when it's easy. Real friendship shows up when it's hard. Real friendship requires a version of love that inconvenience cannot break. And once you understand this, the pain shifts. You stop asking, why wasn't I enough? Because the answer was never about you. You were enough, they just weren't ready to be the kind of person your friendship required. This psychology follows you into adulthood in subtle ways. You start second-guessing your worth. You hesitate to open up. You expect disappointment before loyalty. You confuse distance with betrayal, silence with disinterest, and inconsistency with rejection. And sometimes, the worst part is losing the version of yourself you were with them. The version that cared so freely, loved so openly, trusted so generously. But here's what healing looks like. You begin realizing that not everyone has the emotional maturity to match your heart. You begin understanding that some people were chapters, not lifetimes. You begin seeing that their inconsistency didn't break you, it revealed you. It showed you your capacity for loyalty. It showed you your strength to walk away. It showed you the difference between attachment and connection. It showed you what you truly deserve, and if you're watching this, maybe a part of you already knows this truth. You didn't lose a real friend. You lost someone pretending to be one. And trust me, that's not a loss. That's protection. Before we end, I want to ask you something gently. Which part of this felt familiar to you? Where in your life have you mistaken convenience for care? And what part of you still needs to be acknowledged, not judged? Share your story in the comments. Someone out there might need to hear your truth. And if you want more videos that help you understand yourself and the people around you, make sure you subscribe. You deserve friendships that feel like home, not places you enter quietly, afraid you won't be welcomed.